Hey, what's up guys? We're back for another mock test. We are in Borehamwood and we have
Lucas here.
Lucas. How you doing, Lucas?
I'm fine, man.
Okay guys, I'm going to talk you through this mock test and explain some of the faults and explain what Lucas is doing well as well, so you guys can follow. Doing it pretty well to start with. Nice looking around, good control of the pedal, so he's going nice and slowly. But then once he's got the car relatively straight, it should be braking right now, but he's allowing it to roll back and he's not looking back. So your car's moving around too much without you looking back. It's effectively driving with your eyes closed. So just secure the car with your brakes so that the car doesn't roll around, so that's more controlled.
You know what, I'm glad you're not making me go down that roundabout. Especially at this time.
Yeah. Go down the next lesson.
And further down there's a car coming down pretty fast, and there's not enough space for both of us to go through, but he's stopped for us. But then Lucas hasn't turned enough towards the left. I would have slowed down a bit more and gone a bit more towards the left, but he got a bit close to the right there.
Turn left to the end, please.
And just now going past the test centre. The test centre car park is just on the right over there, if you're not familiar with the area. Being careful of any cars coming from the right, because they would have come off from the dual carriageway. So going straight ahead at this roundabout, checking the right from early. That was really good because there was a van coming from there. Nice control. Good mirror checks, signal. And then more mirror checks. So that was pretty good.
The roundabout, turn left first exit.
So you notice he's driving right in the middle. There's no space to be trying to go on the left side. Now we can go to the left because there's more space now. Turning left first exit. So you've got the car poking out from the left there, and they've come out and they've driven a bit fast towards us, and he's done well to manage that situation. Turning right at the end here. Going into first as he approached, so now he's ready to go. All he has to do is check left, right, then when it's safe, he can make his move.
The next left, please.
So I don't know which one's actually more accurate. I think the one that we're seeing right now on the display is more accurate, but we have to go on the one based on the car, because that's what the examiner will be looking at as well. Here we're turning left, gearing down into first, because it is kind of a sharp turn there. So we're pulling over on the left for a parallel park exercise. So it's pulled over very nicely. Excellent observations, good moving off as well, because that is a bit of a hill there, and they managed that really well. Good observations so far. Turning towards the left to get the car closer to the curb. So then he's going to turn in again, which is okay to do. So if you realize that you're a bit out, it's okay just to keep turning back in, because you've got lots of room to do this. But if you can see in your mirror that you've got lots of room, don't be afraid to get a bit closer to the curb before you start turning right again. So here I think you can see that is wide, but he's left it for some reason. If you know that your car's wide,
Not really.
don't leave it, just start correcting it. You can either go forward, get closer to the curb, and then start reversing back. There's lots of things you can do to make it closer.
Open the door and see.
So he's just opening the door to check, and it definitely is too wide. So now he's going to correct it. The car in front of us is a bit wider than it looks in the video as well. It's wider from the curb than it looks. So I'm going to suggest that he uses another car, just in case this car is throwing him off a bit. So we're using this car now, and this time he's gonna do it much better. He's not going to be as afraid of the curb as before. You notice the whole time he's keeping his speed really low. That's the key to doing this maneuver. Don't go fast. If you don't control your speed, it's going to be super difficult to get this right. Especially when you get near the curb, because then the car starts speeding up because of the shape of the road. And when you get near the end as well, don't run the risk of staring at the mirror for too long. You want to keep looking around, because it's easy to forget to look around and just focus solely on the mirror. But he's done it now.
Still far away, but it's fine.
Much closer to the curb.
Thank you,
Nice
driver,
and
please,
straight.
ready.
Well done.
I'm glad that's done with.
Notice there's getting the biting point first and then adding gas. You can't roll back like that. It's so easy to do it that way. If you got an issue with rolling back, just make sure you get the biting point first and then try to move off. Watch this other video that I made which shows you how to do it. Turning right
The roundabout,
and then
turn
right
right.
again at the mini roundabout. It's getting a bit warm there, so I open up the window. On a hot day, try to have the window open. So Lucas has got his window closed right now. I would have my window open, but I couldn't open his window because one, I haven't got the controls, and two, it's up to him what he wants to do with his window. So I just
Pull over
open
on
the back
left and
window
a safe
instead,
place, please.
just to allow a bit of circulation, especially on a hot day. Be comfortable. So we're about to do emergency stop. He's waiting for that car to go past first. He's going a little bit quick. I think he's expecting an emergency stop, so he's driving a bit fast, ready for it. But you're supposed to drive normally, but then I've had to cancel it because there's too many cars around, so I've had to abort the emergency stop.
Okay, we're not going to do it for now because those cars around us, yeah?
Turning left. You notice sometimes is going into first gear afterwards. Yeah, so it's not really a problem. You don't
So you
get
can
marked
relax now,
down
not
for
doing
going
it for
into
now,
gear
yeah?
1 before or after you've stopped. It's just a preference. Going in there gear 1 before you stop just makes it easier to remember to go into 1 so that you don't try to move off in second gear. Turning left. This roundabout can be busy sometimes, but today's it was fine, nice and easy. So take your time to go around anybody that's parking. Lucas done that really well, no rushing. He's taking his time, checking his mirror to go around. That was really good. He'll start here. Done that very well. On those roundabouts where there's 2 lanes that are quite close together, you have to be really careful of the vehicle next to you. So be mindful how you're turning, how you're steering as you enter the roundabout. Because any little move that you do wrong, you could end up getting too close to them. But Lucas did that really well. Now we're turning left here. The bushes are a bit overgrown, and he's gone a bit more left than he should have done. And you can hear the bushes rustling a bit on the mirror and on the car. So in these kind of roundabouts, you don't need to go all the way around. You can go a bit over them, especially the flat ones. Sometimes they're too small to be trying to go all the way around them.
What are we doing?
So we're turning left, then at the roundabout we're turning right, and then we're going straight.
Another roundabout, yeah?
Another.
Sure, you can ask. We'll ask him plenty of time.
Yeah, sure.
When you're ready, please.
Okay, off on the independent drive now. So then now it's 40. And then at some point it's going to be national speed.
That's hidden, that's crazy.
There, they were a bit hidden, but it's national speed
Why don't
now.
they
I
trim
think
that
he
first?
spotted it, luckily. If they're really hidden or if they're always hidden, the
Okay, I was
examiner
paying
usually
attention
tells
to
you,
road signs.
or they can tell you, watch out for that hidden sign. It's going very quick right now. Remember, just because it's national speed, you don't have to try to do 60 miles an hour or anywhere near 60, especially if it's narrow and bendy and there's vehicles coming towards you. Drive at a pace that's comfortable and that feels safe. And then back to 30. Turning right on the mini roundabout, bearing in mind it's still 30 miles per hour. But at some point I think Lucas has forgotten what the last speed limit was.
And straight ahead of the next
And now it's
roundabout.
going aggressively on the gas. Going really quick again. If you're picking up this much speed on a 30, there's a very strong chance you're going to go too fast.
Still
Like
30.
there, so it's showing 31, but on the dash it's showing about 34, 35, which is way too fast. And you've got the little thing flashing telling him he's going too fast as well. And then back to national, bearing in mind it's still quite narrow and it's still quite bendy. You've got signs telling you that we're coming up to bends, and you can see that it's narrow as well. So bear in mind it's showing 45, so there's a speed there. And going way too fast for that area. Lots of markings on the floor telling you to go slow. Sharp bend coming up. Downhill as well. But then he's gonna put his foot down again, even though it's downhill. We've got signs telling you to go slow. And he's gone over 30 miles per hour
Yeah, it's
again.
still 30 here, yeah. Why are you going so fast?
Coming up to a give way line, that's a bit hard to see sometimes, or learners don't realize it's coming up because it looks like it's just a straight bit of road. But if you were paying attention, you'd see this. But just be wary that if you come down this way, it's there. So sometimes once you've kind of realized or think that you failed, it can be easily to feel, dejected and feel a bit
Going
down,
round
but you still
towards
stay
that exit over
focused,
there,
because
yeah.
sometimes what you think is a fail might not actually be a fail, or the examiner might give you the benefit of the doubt. So don't give up. Stay focused on the drive. Still drive in a way that you're going to pass. And you never know, you might actually get told, okay, you made a mistake there, but you drove really well the rest of the time, so you passed. And also, when you're doing this, you want to actually find
coming
out
off the next
what
exit
kind of
on the
other
left,
mistakes
please.
you're likely to make on your next test.
Coming off
Even
this
if you do
exit.
fail, you want to try your best so that if you do make mistakes, you know, okay, next time I won't do that again. Coming up to a width restriction. First gear, going really slowly. Very good. And then the van will go around him. Now, a lot of learners in this situation will just try to go around as well, thinking, oh, it's okay because the van's gone round, it's okay. But Luca's done really well to actually see for himself whether it's safe or not, and it wasn't. There was a car coming down. So that was really good. That's what you want to do. Make sure before you follow any vehicle around a bus, make sure that it's safe for you to go around the bus. If it's not, just wait behind. Or if you can't see whether it's safe or not, just wait until you can see properly. Then make a decision.
Take the next right, please.
You notice Lucas is focusing on the drive rather than thanking people. That's what you want to do, guys. Don't worry about thanking anybody. Just focus on the drive. If there's any thanking to be done, the examiner will probably do it. If there's not, don't worry about it. You're there to focus for 40 minutes so you can pass your driving test. You can thank people after. So normally you would have probably finished in the test centre by now, but we're going to finish off in the car park because we're not allowed in the test centre because it can get quite busy. So the car coming out of the car park there is poking out a bit too much. But Luke has done really well to position himself in a way that lets everyone know what his intentions are and that he's got priority before they try to
drive forward into
come
any
up
bay. It
before
doesn't
him.
have to be perfect, just so we're out of the way, yeah? Okay. Switch the engine off, please.